Cancer Day is an annual international observance worldwide held on February 4th with the aim to save millions of preventable deaths by increasing global awareness and education about cancer, while calling on government and individuals across the world to take action against cancer. According to the National Cancer Prevention and Control Plan 2018 to 2022, cancer is responsible for 72,000 deaths in Nigeria each year, with an estimated 102,000 new cases annually. It is against this background, marking this year's Cancer Day, that Leukaemia-CarePlus initiative, a non-governmental organization, in collaboration with the Nigeria Cancer Society, Nasarawa State Palliative Care Group, Federal Medical Center, KEFI, partnered National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) to organize an awareness rally.
Cancer Day is an event that is being celebrated all over the world to create awareness about cancer and to also to help people, those who are already living with cancer, to know that there is hope for them. Many are already champions who have been treated of cancer of different kinds, and today they are well. They are being, they have come out of that cancer state and they are now living their normal life, and nobody will trace cancer to them. So it's a day that is marked out, set aside to create awareness and to encourage those who are living with cancer that there is still life. Even though you are having cancer, you can still, overcome that challenge of cancer and still live a better life ahead of you. Leukaemia-CarePlus is there to create awareness and also to support those who are living with the blood cancer, those diagnosed of the blood cancer, to have a medical treatment and to sort for fund from people, from organizations who are there to, give out fund to get our drugs at a cheaper rate.
Convener of the rally, Executive Director of Leukaemia-CarePlus Initiative, Dr. Chikadibia Okoma, describes cancer as one of the leading causes of deaths, urging individuals to avail themselves for regular screening.
We are here out to create awareness about cancer. We are trying to see if we can kick out cancer from Nigeria, from all over the world, to make people know that cancer is actually real. It's a medical condition. It's not due to witchcraft. It's not due to, I don't need to sensitize people. Let people to understand that cancer exists, so they can begin to seek health care early enough, so that we can be able to prevent and able to catch cancer early. Well, our mission is actually to prevent, educate, and then catch them early and treat as much as possible. So cancer can affect almost every system or organ in the body. But for me and for my organization, Leukaemia-CarePlus Initiative, we are more interested in blood cancer. So we are out to promote awareness about blood cancer. Like I said, blood cancer many people don't believe that it exists. Many people believe it's a kind of witchcraft, because the symptoms are similar to what you have with many other conditions: malaria, typhoid, infections, cough, and so on and so forth. And so many people begin to treat typhoid and malaria in out, not knowing that what they're doing with them is actually a blood cancer. So blood cancer is there, and we have to create awareness so people to know that they can be able to seek early treatment and investigation. So we are trying to educate people so they can be able to seek out how to prevent cancer from the city.
Medical experts who took part in the sensitization exercise were unanimous in their various submissions that early detection of cancer is key, as they took turns to educate on different kinds of cancer, prevention, control, and treatment.
What we are seeing at hospitals are people presenting very late, and by that time there's little you can do. When you admit them to hospital, you tell them there's cancer, you begin to say it's not a medical cure. It doesn't have medical cure, and they want to go to alternative medicine. We are trying to also, this is a part of the awareness we are trying to create, that cancer is a health condition. It's a medical condition. We have to be treated in hospital. Many of those who left the hospital to go to those alternative care die before they even get treatment. So we are appealing to people, please and please, when you have any sign of symptoms related to cancer, go to the nearest health facility. They'll be able to direct you to the appropriate professional who will be able to deal with you and treat your condition properly.
This sign is just for you to know your breast as a woman. You must know how your breast look, the shape, the size, and the color. When you start seeing any deviation, that is the warning sign. My breast is not as big as this. Why is there enlarging every day? There may not be pain. Or why is there patch of black along my breast? It's not the color of my body. There's a warning plate. When you just press your nipple and there was a discharge, it's a warning thing. And by the time you now do your monthly palpation, which is very, very compulsory for every woman, especially the sexually active woman, you do your monthly palpation and you discover you see a tiny, it's very tiny, it's very, very painless. Most of the time it is accidentally discovered. Those are the warning signs. You don't have to wait when the lumps become painful, because once it becomes painful, it's an indication that it has started spreading. Even when you get the breast removed, it has spread to another organ, the nearby organ, which even when this one is cured, that place will start growing. Cancer in a Greek words is crab. You know how crab work? It works like this. It works like this. It doesn't have a definite direction. That's how cancer works in the body. A cancer can be in your breast and it has migrated. We call it metastasis to another part. It can even be far away. Ovary. You know how distant the ovary is to this thing. So the warning signs are those things. Once you see them, don't wait. What is killing us in Nigeria today is a late presentation. That's why we are making awareness for everybody. Know yourself. When things are even in your skin, when you discover there is a growth in your skin, cancer can affect any part of the body. So any deviation from normal that you know your body, apart from breast, please go to the hospital.
Women, females are at risk of cervical cancer. Men do not have cervix, so men do not develop cervical cancer. Secondly, because cervical cancer is a sexually transmitted cancer, it's related to sexual activity. Those that are sexually active or have had sexual promiscuity or in polygamous marriage related to multiple sex is related to sex. So the people that have never had sex are unlikely to develop cervical cancer. To prevent cervical cancer, first of all, if you can afford it, get the vaccine. Get yourself educated. There are a lot of ways. You can go to internet, listen to radio and television program about cervical cancer, then get the vaccine. The next thing is, once you are sexually active, at least you should do pap smear at or before the age of 25. You should get a pap smear. Getting even one pap smear reduces the risk of cancer to about 50%. So just go to the hospital, especially the tertiary institution like Federal Medical Center, KEFI, request to have cervical screening, or just say you want to check yourself against cancer of the womb, and they will direct you appropriately and you take it from there.
The prostate cancer is the commonest cancer in men now. So the commonest things to look for to make diagnosis of prostate cancer is basically difficulty in passing urine. Most prostate cancer, patient will not have any symptoms. Okay, so that underscores the reason for screening, so that we'll pick early prostate cancer. Okay, but however, as prostate cancer develops and grows bigger, okay, it starts to give symptoms. So the symptoms will come in form of difficulty in passing urine. So the patient will go to the toilet instead of passing urine spontaneously, immediately. We'll have to wait for a while before urine starts to come. At times, during the passage of urine, we'll have to stop in between before you complete the process. And also, after passage of urine, you still have feeling that something is remaining in the bladder. Okay, so those are the symptoms. Then also, when somebody sleeps at night, it is expected that you don't wake up to pass urine more than 3 times. So waking up to pass urine 3 times or more can also be a symptom. Also, seeing blood in urine. In some cases of prostate cancer, they can see blood in their urine. And in advanced stage, when the cancer has spread to other parts of the body, so we can now have symptoms of those areas where the cancers are spread to.
Kefi Zonal Inspector, NYSC, Mrs. Chika Chris Moneki, commended Leukaemia-CarePlus initiative for embarking on cancer awareness. She extends NYSC's hands of fellowship and readiness to steer vigorous campaign against cancer.
So many things that we didn't know and things that we were taking for granted, we have been enlightened, and I believe this will go a long way in the lives of the core members that were present for the sensitization, and even members of staff that were also present for this program. We have learnt, and we believe God that we will put to practice that which we have learnt for our future good.
Dr. Chika Dibia, on a courtesy visit to the Nasarawa State Commissioner of Health, Pharmacist Ahmad Yahya, called on government to invest in cancer awareness, prevention, control and treatment through progressive health policies and education with a focus on rural dwellers.
The essence of this visit is a commemoration of World Cancer Day, which is celebrated all over the world on the 4th of February every year. It's to create awareness. It's an advocacy visit to actually reach out to the government, to be fully involved in creating awareness about cancer. The theme of this year, as I said, is I am and I will. And it's a commitment for everybody. Everybody is called to commit into the care of cancer. We are all vulnerable to cancer, all forms of cancer. If we are not affected now, we have somebody, a relative who may be affected. I may be affected tomorrow. So everybody is called to commit now. Say what you can do to prevent cancer, to promote awareness about cancer. So that is what I am, and what I'm going to do to be able to create awareness, to be able to fight cancer. Our aim is actually to kick cancer out of Nigeria so that Nigeria don't die of cancer anymore.
Commissioner for Health, Nasarawa State, Pharmacist Ahmad Yahya, welcomed the NGO's initiative and says the administration of Governor Abdullahi Sile places enormous priority on health care delivery in the state.
It's quite a specialist attention that we do have. Palliative, yes, for what the state has meant to be, but we have 2 specialty centers that I think give attention to a case of this nature. One is the Dalhatu Arab Specialist Hospital, Lafia, and we also have a medical center at Mararaba. These are the 2 major institutions. I think to some extent designated where we have consultants coming from National Hospital, from Abuja to Maraba Center, and here in Dash we also have. But we have the privilege of also having domiciliary federal institutions located at Kefi, in which we have my brothers and my friend, Dr. Chuka Debia Okoma, who is a consultant hematologist, and he has been in on this, and we should do this meeting so that we can increase both advocacy and sensitization to our population, to be able to get aware of what indeed it takes to have cancer, early detections and awareness, and bring them closer so that we're able to manage them on a good stand.
Due to the current Lassa fever outbreak in the country, a brief talk was delivered to educate the core members on the dangers and health implications of Lassa fever.
The symptoms and signs of Lassa are fever, sore throat, headache, body pains, body swelling, especially facial swelling. Also, in extreme cases, we have bleeding from the body openings like the eyes, the ears, nose, mouth, and even from the vagina, from the penis. So this blood, the bleeding from these orifices is unexplainable. Then how do we prevent Lassa? It's a common practice here that people spread in the dry season, have spread their food along the roadside. We ask them not to do so because those rats will come to feed on those food items, then defecate upon them. Also, people should keep their environment, the most important thing, keep their surroundings, their environment clean. When you make the habitat, your house, inhabitable for the rat, it will not come. When you don't make it comfortable for them, when you cook your food, as you cook your food, after eating, wash off the plates, cover everything, cover the food well, so that the rat will not come to look for something to eat. Also, the dustbin, where you put them out, have something to cover it, so that the rat will not be coming inside and be looking for food, thereby eating and defecating there, passing urine there. People are also asked and advised not to wash hand in a bowl, common bowl. Rather, wash hand. They should use soap and water to wash hand in a running water. That is either from a tap or somebody's putting it for them to wash hand. Also, talking about somebody who is infected now, the people around them should be careful how to treat them, because these rats, all the beddings that are used, the clothing of the person that is infected, their people should know, they call experts to take them away. Even burial of the person should not be conducted by the family members, because what they don't know is that touching the dead body or washing off the dead body, we advocate that people stop washing dead bodies. Washing of the dead bodies, the person is coming in contact with the Lassa fever virus itself from infected person. Also, people are asked not to eat rats. Advised, anyways, not to eat rats, because when they eat rats, when you are in front of eating rats, you won't know the one that is, it's not written on the face, you won't know the one that is infected. The person will come in contact with the blood, which we are afraid of, the urine, which we are afraid of, the feces, which we are afraid of, and the person will contact it. So, with this little thing, we ask them to clean the environment, avoid rats, avoid handling rats, whether dead or alive, and they will be free.
With the theme, I am and I will, which is an empowering call for personal commitment of individuals' action taken now to impact the future. Leukaemia-CarePlus initiative registered youth corps members to be part of the volunteers in creating cancer awareness.
To let people know that cancer is real. So I'm a hematologist and I've pledged to support and care for blood cancer patients with compassion. So the patient that have blood cancer, I give my full and total commitment to that person. So that is my own commitment. What is your own commitment? So we are all called to make a commitment today. Every one of us. No matter what, anything you can do, you can start to share this poster. Even if you didn't print it, you can start to share it and give it to somebody. As you step out, you can say, I will tell somebody about cancer today. When you go home, you tell your parents, your brothers and sisters, your community about blood cancer. When you are posting in your community where you are serving, you can become an ambassador about cancer and create awareness about cancer. But most times, those in community, those in rural area, they view cancer is caused by what? Witchcraft. Or it is prone to the village. And that's why many people don't go to hospital when they have cancer. When they have cancer, what they do, then they go to the church, the mosque, or traditional rulers, or traditional healers. So the idea is to let people know that cancer is a health condition.
When you check, then by then you might have watched how your breast look like, the shape, the size, the color. Then you use your second hand to check the opposite breast. When you are not using this one to check like this, you are using it to check your opposite breast. And when you are checking, you don't use the tip. Some people check breast like this. No, you will not get anything. You check with the flat part of your fingers. You check like this. You start from your armpit. We have what we call lymphoblastic breast cancer too. Those that start from the lymph nodes. So you check from your armpit. You palpate it around like this. You. This
is important.
Sit a little. Apply little pressure. If you feel anything like a seed of orange, it mustn't be very big. Breast cancer starts like a pinhead, very tiny. But if you are very observant, you can still get something. You palpate like this, you'll be coming like this. You don't do like this anyhow, you just come like this. You come like this. You come like this, round. You will be doing it all right.
Yes.
Until you come to the center of your nipple. Then you press your nipple. My dear, anytime you press your nipple, at times there could be a clear fluid. But when you press your needle and something like a pus or a blood is coming out, please report.
Learned about breast cancer, got to know about the symptoms of breast cancer. That one of the symptoms is that if you discover any lump in your breast, you should not just overlook it. You take it upon, go to a medical facility, and so that you get tested to be sure that it's breast cancer or not.
I've learned how to examine, that is self-examination, how to examine my breast, and then the sign and symptoms of cancer. And for the Lassa fever, I've learned the sign and symptoms too, which are pains in the muscles, vomiting, diarrhea, and the rest.
In the hair talk today, I learned about how to examine your breast to detect a lump, because from the seminar I'm made to understand that early detection of a lump can help prevent breast cancer. And I learned also that the lump, if it is removed, it saves you the risk of total removal of your breast, probably when it leads to breast cancer. Though I'm a female, but I also learned from the aspect of the guys about prostate cancer, and they made them to understand that it's preventable. Also, how they can examine themselves. Then guys can also have breast cancer, but they said that it is minimal because they don't have fats in the breast. So most times they are not really prone to it. But if they do, it is on the high side because they have muscles and bones.
We have learned a lot here. We have been taught about the dangers of the cancer and the Lassa fever. Mostly what I've learned about this Lassa fever is the dangerous is that it's come from the rat that mostly have many breasts. So we have learned that we should all keep away from rats, not even those that have a breast, but the whole of the rats. So my advice on my co-members is that we should please be very conscious of our health, because it's very important.
I learned a lot on this because it creates more awareness on the outbreak of diseases, how the Lassa fever and any deadly disease is being controlled. The cancer issue now is if someone that have a sign and symptoms at early stage, maybe either breast or prostate or blood cancer, at least you have to report to health facility at early stage. As a woman, there is something we call self-breast examination that you always do personally. If there is any cancer sign like discharge from your breast when you press it and you notice abnormal fluid is not or blood, you report immediately. Or a man, you urinate and you feel within your abdomen you have excessive pain, or you discharge with blood, or you sometimes you have you urinate unconsciously, you have to report immediately.
Seriously, I'm very, very happy. I learned a lot. Breast cancer, they told us here mostly in ladies we find it, but say most of us take it. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter, and sometimes most of us didn't go for the test because of they don't want to hear it's positive or something like that.
Free medical screening for hepatitis B and C was also carried out.